Apollo Creed meets the Italian Stallion. Sounds like a damn monster movie.
And at number 1, we have Rocky. Seriously, if the number 1 spot had gone to any other movie in the franchise, it would have negated everything that came before it on my list. Is it the best sports movie ever made? Probably. Is it the greatest underdog story ever told? Maybe. Is Rocky one of the greatest cinematic characters ever created? Most assuredly so. Honestly, the review for this movie is the one I've had the hardest time with. What more is there to say about this all-time masterpiece? It's the only movie I re-watched while making this video, as I wanted to try to find some new things to talk about that you might not have heard before. This is a franchise that morphed into the greatest sports action series of all time. But the first movie isn't really about sports, or winning, or losing. It's one man's attempt to crawl out of the gutter to carve out a piece of happiness for himself, however small it may be. If that's not relatable, I don't know what is. I guess we can start with the vibe of the film, which is unapologetically 70s. It's the grittiest film in the franchise by a country mile, with the lonely Philadelphia streets that Rocky walks at night looking like a graffiti and garbage-littered ghost town. Speaking of ghost town, it's Rocky's solitude in this movie, particularly in the beginning, that really stood out to me. Rocky is alone. Like, totally alone.
All around me are familiar faces.
In the other movies, you are so used to watching Rocky interact with Adrian, with Mickey, with his son. Like in those movies, Rocky has his people. He has his team. But in this film, his loneliness is just palpable. Sure, he has Paulie, but there never is a real indication that Paulie views Rocky as a friend, really, or is even capable of being a friend. I kind of get the hunch that to him, Rocky is just a way out of the meat plant, potentially, and to get his sister out of his house. Everyone treats Rocky like shit in this, and I mean everyone. His cornerman,
Like a bum. Want some advice?
Spider Rico,
You really got lucky today.
Gazzo,
Yeah, well, don't figure. Let me do the figuring, okay, Rock? From here on, just let me do the figure.
Gazzo's driver,
So long, meatbag.
the kids at the Atomic Hoagie Shop, Mickey,
I said that before, you dumb jago!
Dipper,
Hey! Well, I dig your locker, man.
Gloria,
You got a taste of that turtle food, Rockhead.
Little Marie.
Screw you, creepo!
Like, the list just goes on and on. I was surprised and elated to discover that Mr. Toxic Avenger himself, Lloyd Kaufman, makes a cameo in this as the drunk outside of the bar. I just never knew that. So everyone knows, Adrian works at the pet shop. Rocky constantly goes to the pet shop to flirt with Adrian. And that's how he ends up with Cuff and Link, his turtles.
The hell are those? Oh, those are the domestic turtles. It's Cuff and the other guy's Link, and the rest of them are marbles.
We get updates on Cuff and Link throughout the series, but there is no new news about Moby Dick.
Hey, you doing, Moby Dick? You miss me today or what?
I think it's about time to give us an update. When you think about the Rocky series, one of the things that jumps out to you is the relationship between Rocky and Mickey. But it can't be understated. In the beginning of this film, it's not even that Mickey and Rocky just aren't exactly close. Mickey openly despises Rocky.
Hey, Mick.
Shut up!
and is a constant source of discouragement until Rocky is given his opportunity. When Mickey finally shows up and asks to be his manager, it feels disingenuous. He acts as though he and Rocky are friends, and not at all like he has been treating him like crap with each and every encounter. You can't fault Rocky at all for blowing Mickey off initially.
What about my pride, Mick? At least you have pride. I want to get that. And you want me ringside and see it? Do you?
But at the end, Rocky's conscience won't allow the rebuke to stand. He's just too good of a person. The Thanksgiving scene is all kinds of confusing. Rocky is clearly expecting a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, different job. What kind of turkey? You have a big turkey or a small turkey?
Don't bother me.
Don't bother you. Big turkey, right?
Then Paulie spazzes out and throws the turkey in order to get Adrian out of the house.
You want the bird? Go in the alley and eat the bird.
Like, couldn't they have eaten dinner first? So, the crux of the movie, of course, is that the heavyweight champ of the world, Apollo Creed, decides to give an unknown fighter a shot at the title when his scheduled opponent is injured during training and has to bow out. I always wondered if a heavyweight champion is allowed to do this in real life, like just throw a dart and give a random person a shot at the title. But I guess it has actually happened a few times, most recently and appropriately with Tommy Morrison when his scheduled opponent was unable to compete. He picked a local fighter from the crowd to take his place. Yeah, the fight didn't last too long. So Rocky takes Adrian on a date and coaxes her into his apartment with the worst possible line.
Hey, you want to come inside? Come on in.
No, I gotta go.
Well, I gotta go too. I gotta go to the bathroom. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure that usually turns the ladies on. Hey, I have to take a shit. Wanna come in and fuck me when I'm done? So I have to ask, was this premeditated? Did he actually plan to have sex with Adrian on the first date? What about this meek and mild pet shop girl led him to the conclusion that this was even possible? Could he have at least cleaned off the newspapers and beer bottles first? The couch looks like a back alley dumpster. It's a bit harrowing to think that Adrian probably lost her virginity on this disgusting piece of furniture. Unpleasant mating habits aside, I realized during this last watch that even if Apollo hadn't have picked Rocky's name from the Yellow Pages, Rocky had already won. He had Adrian. I think even without the fame and fortune that he would eventually obtain, he would have been alright. The egg thing? Okay, I've actually tried this. It's impossible. Your brain won't let you swallow it. Your esophagus just shuts down. There is so much tension between Paulie wanting to get a job with Gazzo, the small-time mafia loan shark that employs Rocky as a collector. Side note, Rocky is the worst member of the mafia ever.
Give me some money. Give me some money. You know, you should have planned ahead. You know that?
Gazzo is played by the great Joe Spinell of The Godfather and Maniac fame. Paulie asks over and over and over and over again for a job.
Still work for Gasso?
Yeah, sure.
Why don't you talk to him about me?
Well, I just don't think Gazzo's hiring right now, you know?
That's what I want you to talk to him about me in the collecting job. Why don't you do yourself a favor? You know, why don't you keep this job because you eat better, you know?
Get a small
Talk
turkey.
to Gazzo about me.
Hey, Gazzo's got to give me. Forget Gazzo. It's a bad job. You know what I mean? Hey, will you forget about Gazzo, huh?
I don't ask nobody twice.
Which Rocky always sidesteps and evades because he doesn't think he would mesh well in that world. Then in Rocky 2, he just gives in the first time Paulie mentions it.
You know your friend Gazzo, don't give me your old job with him.
Okay, as soon as I can finish, healing here.
I appreciate that.
Like, if it's no big deal, why did you make Paulie squirm through the whole first movie? Rocky is strangely flirtatious with his cut man Al.
Ain't bad, seen worse.
Hey, you ain't so bad yourself, you know?
Cover up, things will be okay.
You cover up.
It's always puzzled me why Adrian was ostracized to the men's locker room during the final fight with Apollo. Like, they couldn't afford a ticket for her or something? She even has to sneak out during the end of the fight to watch, reminiscent of me as a kid sneaking downstairs at night to try to watch TV. I've seen this fight 100 times. The first time that Rocky knocks down Apollo,
Hey, I don't believe it! Hey, the champ is down!
it's still so freaking thrilling. It's kind of out of nowhere, and it's the first real indication that Rocky might actually have a chance here. Apollo's look of disbelief as Rocky gets back up from the canvas is my favorite moment of the franchise. What really can be said? It's a masterpiece. Not only the greatest sports film of all time, but one of the greatest films of all time, period. A film that helped define my childhood, and to some extent, myself as a person. To say that I love this movie with all my heart would be putting it mildly. Movies like Rocky don't come around often, but when they do, we should all stand up and rejoice. And maybe chant, Rocky! Rocky! Just for old time's sake. Well, that concludes this video review of ranking every Rocky and Creed movie, all 9 films. I know some of the list is probably a little bit controversial, but like I said, I love every single movie in this franchise, and there isn't a single movie that I'm not going to watch again and again for years to come. Creed 4 is a shoo-in to happen. I've heard some rumors of a Drago film potentially on the horizon, and even a television show about the Delphi Boxing Academy. So it doesn't appear that the world of Rocky is going to go away anytime soon. I'd love for Sylvester Stallone to come back one more time, but if that doesn't happen, I'm just truly thankful for this world that he created. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.